What's happening, guys? Chris from NCG here, and today let's talk some indestructible, non-targeting monsters. A literal pain in the Zodiac Dronsia side. Little old Nikomata can be normal summoned and swing into Dronsia, obviously if it's not equipped with Fire Blade or Whiptail, and take it out. I just think that's really, really good. So you'll notice this format is full of targeting effects, destruction effects. So the Majespecters just have that built-in protection that makes them a really strong meta choice. The main back row your opponent will have face down this format will be Dimensional Barrier, does hurt. Strike, it can hurt. Book of Moon does nothing, Pulse does nothing, Mirror Force does nothing, Torrential Tribute does nothing. Just all those cards that people have either mained or sided for the Zodiacs. Regeki Darkhole, Kaiju Slumber does nothing against this deck. I think that's really good. Just the ability to make your opponent have dead cards. That's obviously a really good advantage. So I'll not go over the main deck. I'll only go over the cards that you may not recognize immediately, because everything else should be super standard. Gonza Draconia is a normal pendulum low scale that can be searched off Blood Bowl or Tinky. The problem with the deck is obviously having the completed scales, so your whole Zodiac play will end with at least one search scale. So that is pretty good. The other scale you search is a high scale, it's a level 7, which does allow you to pendulum summon Kieran, something, as you may know, the deck does lack, because it has to play stuff like Archfiend Eccentric and non-Majespecter cards. So your Zodiac play immediately gets you going, your main engine. Ties of Brethren, you should know what this card does, but if not, you pay 2k, target one level 4 lower monster, special summon 2 from the deck that have the same type and attribute as the monster, but it can't be the same monster. You can't special summon for the rest of the turn, and you can't attack this turn or go into your battle phase this turn. So you pick Fox to get Toad and Crow, or something along the lines of that. For the overplay, you play this, Mystical Elf of Furia. Once per turn, reveal one win monster in your hand until your opponent's next end phase, and your player can exceed summon using monsters with different levels from that revealed monster. So the level 4 play is what I mentioned. Level 3 play involves having Bambuku, Elfuria, or Cat. To complete that play, Bambuku will search out Kieran, Elfuria reveal it, and they can't exceed summon anything that's not rank 6 for the rest of the turn. So Zodiac can't play next turn, it's being debarriered right away. So that's pretty handy. You can opt not to play Ties of Brethren if you want. You can play something like Dimensional Barrier instead. I just feel like Ties can be a Dimensional Barrier with the Elfuria play, but also increases your ceiling a lot if you go with the level 4 play. You'll have 3 sets. You'll have a Cyclone, a Tornado, a 2 Tornado if you want, and a Tempest. That's pretty strong. I have to open like Twin Twister and other cards just to deal with you. But yeah, level 3 play just guarantees I don't play next turn, so there's that advantage too. But people might not play this, but I just think it's really good. I'm playing 1 Terraforming, 2 Pegasus. I just like that. I don't want to play 3 Pegasus. I don't even know if I want to play the Terraforming. Don't know how many copies of Majesty's Pegasus I want to play. That's completely up to you if you build this list. Yeah, that's really the main deck. I'll go on to the side now. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Just Downer Magician for piercing, heading down the Zodiacs when Tridents use all its materials. That's really it, yeah. Trapeze Magician for OTKs, being able to target like the Downard or something, double piercing, and then swinging with the Trapeze. Not bad. Yeah, sort of cards you can play instead of cards that I'm playing right now. You can play the Bearman engine the play with Giant Trainer if you want. It's just you kind of need to normal summon this deck to get your Majespecters off. It's not crucial, you can pendulum summon them. It just requires opening a pendulum summon, which is not always guaranteed. So you can of course play this if you want, that is absolutely fine. Maybe side it for going first. It's just I am opting not to play it, just because it can be a dead card. the play can be dead and it takes up space. Not massive reasons why not to, it's just I'm not going with it. It's completely up to you though. Magical Abductor is a card that I really wanted to play, because you're playing quite a lot of spells, quite a lot of really power spells, and then the scales themselves are obviously spell cards. It's just you can't pop scales in this deck, so you could either lock your scales down or just stuff like that. But the reason I want to play this card is to search Majespecter. So say you get like, you go Barrage and blah blah blah, then put this in and maybe activate like Pegasus or something. There's your 3, search the Majespecter, and just go off. I'll probably play more copies of Terraforming if I were to go down that route, but I opted not to play it in the end because of space issues. You could be cute and put in a Wind Witch engine, because after you've done your Ties of Brethren play with level 4s, you can summon out this girl. You can also summon out one of the level 3 Wind Witch, I believe, as well, off the same Ties of Brethren play with the level 3s. So you can be that kind of cute and do that if you want, because this will trigger and this will search the Wind Witch cards for a play next turn, and it's a tuner. So if you could summon for the rest of the turn, which you obviously can't, then that'd be nice, but that's not really that good. That's just cute, if anything. More copies of Tactenborg was something I was thinking about, because even if we don't draw the Terratop, these won't be as dead, because you have Raccoon, Elfuria, another copy of Tactenborg himself, and Cat as ways to make the Tactenborg not dead. But once again, space, but it is something you can put in if you were to pick up this deck. Copies of Ghost Ogre, we all know how good this card is, this format. I'm not meaning it, because apart from Maxi, which is literally too good this format, I just want to play engine cards. I just want to play my combos, because I believe my combos are that good that I don't care what my opponent has done. Basically, I don't need to stop them. Maxi to get cards, it's not stopping them, it's just getting a lot of cards to fight their combo. So that's the reason why I'm not main thinking Ghost Ogre, but I was tempted, because you can Pendulum it and use it as a tuner. It's up to you what level 7 you could use. You use Black Rose Dragon, Meteor Burst Dragon to or special out the scale to trigger the Majespecter. But level 6, I would definitely play Metaphor's Dragon. When it is special summon using a Pendulum as material, so Raccoon or Cat, you can take control of one of your opponent's the opponent chooses one monster and they give it the control to you. It can't attack, but like getting your opponent's Drancia, they will obviously chain it to destroy it, but then you can go put your Broad Bull on top of their Drancia, search, then put their Drancia on top of their Broad Bull or whatever else, or your Broad Bull, whatever else you want to play. Like that's pretty good. The rest of the effects are fine as well. Instant Fusion you could have Norden for an extended Zodiac play, or you could play Sea Monster Ephesus for either level 9 Synchros, aka Vermilion Dragon mech, or level 8 Synchros, and more copies of Ignister basically, or Omega. Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend would be a pretty nice one because it's a Rigaki, but space, it is an option though. Pot of Desires is something I really wanted to put in, because yeah, you could banish your rats, but in any hybrid Zodiac deck, I believe that if you don't get your rat first turn, you've probably bricked, or you don't need them anyway. So banishing them with Desires is completely fine, as long as you draw 2 cards. Yeah, you could banish all your rats and draw 2, like, Barrage or something, and that's not as good. But I just want to really put Desires in. You could throw it at 3 here, or 2, just increase attack size. You could, I just opted not to, because I wanted to test a bit more about it. More copies of Terraforming, we've already went over that. You could also put in Secret Village. This card is really good against Eidolon, because they have to hard draw the, you call him Alexander or something, the main monster of the deck, and they have to normal summon it, and you probably should have the likes of Tornado, Kieran, Drancia out, stuff like that, just to stop that from happening. Just as long as you keep a spellcaster on the field, which may be difficult with Kieran or Tornado. But then the Eidolon player is completely locked out. They can't do anything, no matter what engine they're playing. They can't really do much. Wind Witches might cause you problems, but I just think this card's pretty good against Eidolon and other decks. Another field spell I was really tempted to play was Zodiac Sign, but I think it was more cute than actually competitive. Zodiac-based monsters you control gain 300. They can't attack. The Beast Warriors set the ones with the highest attack. And if a Zodiac monster once per turn is about to be destroyed, destroy one other card in your hand or your side of the field instead. So hit a floating Majespecter or stuff like that to protect Drancia. But like I said, it's more cute than actually competitive. Mirror Shield, stick it on to Majespecter. It makes them unable to be destroyed by card effects, targeted by card effects, or destroyed by battle. So it makes them really tanky for something that are meant to be really small, which was meant to be the Majespecter weakness. So you take that out and make them bigger than anything. Once again, it might be side decked, but it's more cute than actually competitive. Dimensional Barrier, definitely could put this in 100%. If I explain the reasoning why I didn't, I just want engine cards purely. But this is 100% a card you could put in, maybe instead of ties. Completely up to you. And lastly, Zodiac Sign, or Zodiac, Directions of the Zodiac Beasts, whatever it's called. I didn't want this, didn't like it. I don't like it in hybrid variants. I just think it's not needed. I would use it in pure, sure, but I would not use it in hybrid variants because the Zodiac engine takes a back seat. It's not the focal point of the deck. It's just an engine to help the archetype it's combined with win. That's it. After it's done its whole combo, apart from the emeralds, I won't cry if the engine is taken out after an emerald or two. Like, that's fine. So yeah, that's Majespecter. I do believe this deck could take a win or two at a YCS or regionals or whatever else, just solely because of how good of a matchup against Zodiac they have. But it is all down to how you build it, how you play. But just simplifying the game state by having monsters that can't be targeted or destroyed, it's just a massive benefit. And having such strong searchable back row also really helps. So yeah, tell us what you think about the deck. Is it a deck you've had success with? Is it a deck you feel you want to play? Let me know in the comment section below. But this is Chris from NTG signing out.